And here we are, I guess. So, hi Flormore, sound okay? Music wasn't too loud, blah blah blah. Right, where am I? Okay. Cool. Now I sort of reconfigured the maps because this is gonna be like for almost like a double up for the tutorials at the same time. Yo Motzi, welcome, welcome. So from the last time, as you can see, a little bit of a change here. We've still got our Jerry Pillock, and I changed the marketplace slightly. There aren't any it's not populated or anything because, well, what I'm going to do is that gunpowder mad weapons merchant, I'm going to tweak it a little bit so that the character will actually jump to the cactus and then jump back, and then that's when the old lady will come out and say, oh poor dear, and stuff like that. But this time around I do have the complete market pack, and there's sort of all of this crap here with the front flaps, and this particular one was one that was lacking before with the barrel water. You can probably see that it is animated. Just about, it's not very clear. Anyway, the basic idea, there are other maps as well. To the right, doesn't lead anywhere. To the left, it will go to the residential area. I don't know, eventually everything is going to be custom models, I think. Including the palm trees, signs, and I'm going to have like two versions of the well. There's one just like this normal, and then there's another one with the roof on top. Anyway, to the south from the upper market, it goes to the desert, and the desert is that I have absolutely no idea whatsoever how to what to do with that yet. But there was something yeah, there was something I wanted to try. It looks deserted. Oh, the pun meister is here. So anyway, this particular one, this is just a kind of like an experiment. I think we're going to move this up slightly. Keep it mostly barren and empty. Is what desert looks like. Yeah, exactly. Just add a few bits and pieces and things like that. So this was an experiment I started doing before Livestream and realized that, you know, damn it, I have to go. So it's your basic cube, but it's shrunk in size. Wonder if you could do a desert maze with The Legend of Zelda in the forest, where you keep moving around the same screens until you find your way through. That is an excellent idea, absolutely. It would be based on there was a tutorial that I did ages and ages ago that focused exactly on that for the Zelda forest, and it was just basically one map, but when you went through the different directions, the scenery changed accordingly, so at least you know you were on the right track. So for this, I wanna actually finish this first, just to see what the hell it looks like. Definitely. Well, I guess you could have your dessert after finishing the desert map. I mean, that'll work, right? So anyway, this with the texture, this is not seamless, by the way. It's just something I cobbled together randomly, and it's got to be triangled first. So Control T is a quick way to convert quads into tris, and then I think it's Alt J would convert them back. So let's see what this actually looks like. I just make sure we'll put it under prototypes and then save the image as prototypes as well. Oh, I already have that. So save as under prototypes. Yeah. Now the next thing to do. Whoa. The next thing to do would be to write its def file, and that would be mtl type material. And so it's called water mat. Depth right would be false. That's to do with transparency. And then blend, you can have, best one would be add. So the lighting. I use scroll. Speed is the horizontal. I should set that at 0.3, I guess. So with that, let's save it. Yeah, I messed that one up earlier. So hopefully this should work. Or at least do something. Or nothing. Just that one. Okay. Don't crash. It sometimes crashes for some reason. There. Okay, that's not very good. Oh. Okay. Just move it up slightly. Have to re-add it. This would be good. If it works, this would be good for a swimming pool, right? Yeah, it's to do with somewhat of the lighting, but you can see it's animated. Ha! Anyway, I know that works. I'm gonna focus on that. Maps. Delete the prototype. Yeah, it does. It's sort of I think I'm going to do a tutorial on that because of the various settings. Like you have for the blend, you can have add, subtract, and modulate. And thanks to Jacob for reminding me of that, because I'd completely overlooked that modulate thing. There's also one which doesn't work in SGB, and that's blend. But anyway, this is the you know, Jerry Pillock. He's the same one who has the random sessions, and unfortunately I haven't imported the map for the Stonehenge and that, because I don't have the assets imported in here too, but I'll do that for next time. And then with the common events, I gotta check to see if I've set this up properly. Yeah, everything is set up. Ignore that. And then this, I don't know why that, oh, okay. That's because I imported it in, or at least copied and pasted everything. Yes, I have pretty much redone the maps, like just redesigned a lot of them. This is the default, but with a lot of it added. And the reason I'm going to do that is just simply because this is going to double up probably for the tutorials, but ultimately it won't interfere with the development of Tutoria. Okay, so I guess I have a choice here of building this up. Let's do some random crap here. Yeah, I got a couple of cacti. And if this is going to be the maze, super welcome if you're not a bot, but don't post that shit in my chat, please. I don't believe in buying followers or bullshit like that, because I'm not going to become a famous tweeter or anything, especially not on Twitch. I should actually install Nightbot, and things like that will be just automatically kicked. So my elevation. And that one. Yeah, I have Nightbot, but I just don't know. I just don't use it. I don't know how to set it up properly with Twitch yet, and I don't know if it's sort of how well it works with the multi-streams. But you know, that kind of crap I do not tolerate. Ever. I don't mind people putting links, but when it's gratuitous self-promotion like that, then yeah, it gets my goat. Those of you who know, you both know me, you and Motsy, yeah, Flormore and Motsy, both know me from the Discord, and yeah, quite vociferous. So I'm just randomly oh, by the way, if my other half was in here, oh, it would be hell to pay. Vociferous is a good word. It's one of my favorite words, actually. I tend to use it and abuse it. just creating something absolute random, and I have no idea how it's going to turn out. So I think this bit here should be more of, no, come on, select by elevation, and then fill that one in as sort of wet desert. But it's kind of like the, you know, the random stuff is always good, but then it has something quite weird, some weird results, I mean. I've never been good at map designing, so it's a bit I don't know what the word is. Annoying? Let's go for that. Don't even know where this is gonna lead. So let's put something there. Okay, so that's north. Hey, my Tina is in a room. Motzi, Tina is my other half. TT meet Motzi, Motzi meet my TT. So glad she could join. So this is the Babe Motzi is the punmeister. He's always coming up with some witticisms, and you will have a run for your money regarding that, so to speak, because you are good at comebacks and things like that. So okay, so I don't know quite what to how to do this. So yeah, something like this. Yeah, they are groaningly funny, that's for damn sure. absolutely brilliant desert map. Oh, look at this. This is absolutely brilliant. Select. Right, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, is that how, that's how many maps we're gonna make? 372? You saw that, babe. Yeah, that crap pisses me off. You'd never have guessed, right? She's more like the bot eater. Okay, just the final one there. That should be good. Start populating it with some plants. You have to at least make enough stuff to use all 999 variables in SGP. We'll be getting close to that. But even with that, right, if there's a limit of about 1,000, if you recycle half of them, you could say have in between 12 and 1,500 variables if needs be. So yeah. Oh, and babe, please do get your twin in here. Oh, that was gonna be a hoot. This one is meant to have a flower on it, but I never did finish it. So we are going, I don't know, it's just some random crap here. This looks a bit barren. A real twin? Oh god, if she had an actual twin, I think I'd be in trouble. Yeah, definitely the mad side. So there's okay, put this, I'm gonna put that there for now. No, I don't have any rocks. So I am not so kind to That's understating it. That's okay. So, we're gonna do another one, just new. And so now, oh, I know what there was something else that I wanted to create. Flormore, you were meant to remind me about something. So this is what we're going to create. Let's add a circle. Probably going to expand it just slightly. Sings a little song. I hugged a guy and liked it. I hugged a guy and I can't sing that. No, you won't. You won't be hype at all. Doesn't matter. Right. I forgot how I did it. Okay, I know. Add some text, and then probably just Tutoria. Okay, that's a bit too much. Can't see. So centralize it. Smile game. Builder. Okay, where is it? Font geometry. There it is. I'm gonna change the font first. I'm not too keen on a lot of the fonts that I got. I did install some more, but for some reason they don't show up in Blender, which is weird. should be. That's weird. There should be one. Ah, frustrating. Yeah, Katy Perry or what the fuck say that. Yeah. I wonder what this one will look like. What does the fox say? That doesn't look so bad. It took months and months for me to get that song out. Here we go. Don't fucks with my brain. That's very rude of you. Mr. Punmeister. Okay. So, be under font, transform, and then the text on the curve. So I'm going to choose that one. Yeah, that doesn't look so bad, but so that's it. And rotate it X90 like that, and then move it up just a bit. I'll probably hide that now. Extrude it. That doesn't look so bad. Oh. You are lucky. Yeah, that doesn't look so bad. Okay, I wonder, just going to rotate this so that the Tutoria is at the top. Yeah, I like this font as well. I didn't even know I had it. But, well, I can't even remember what... Oh, okay, it's called CAC Champagne. That's it. So now all that matters here is convert to mesh. And unfortunately, it will at its current in its current state, it will not work. It will not import in SGB because of the number of tries there. You can see. So I'm going to just do a quick cleanup. Probably add a modifier to get it down. And get away with that. Control F. Beautify the faces some. Should have done that first. Right. Now add the modifier. Probably to about that. It goes again. Here we go again. Row, row, row your boat. People wondering how we could go from a reference to a Katy Perry song to one with guys on treadmills. Yeah. You got where Tina was getting stream. Row your boat. That's another song that I can't get out of my head often. Okay. New material. So, perhaps this one. I am going to do the smart UV. Because this one tends to work a lot better. And there we have it. Well, okay. Let's just what was it? There was a quote from Alice in Wonderland. We're all, I think it was something like, we're all mad here. Well, the movie It, we all float down here. And that's going to be, or it should be, what it looks like in SGB. So just check it should be within its parameters. I haven't seen the newest It or its sequel yet, but I've read the book, and I saw the original movie, the movie adaptation. Okay, so export. Actually, let me see. This is going to be something. I'm going to right click. Oh, it's already in favorites. This, right click, add to favorites, and then instead of pressing, going file, export it. Bloody annoying. Just going to press Q, and then I can export it. For 4 weeks of quarantine, I wouldn't be able to hack that. I mean, you know, I know I got a week on holiday and it's been absolute fun, but actually being completely quarantined, no, I couldn't do that. Well, I probably could, but be sticking my head out of the window. Right, the moment of truth. Should work. No prototypes, and it would be this one. And something else I actually forgot to do was to triangulate it. Which has increased the, of course it does. So I'll try this again. That's good. Yeah. Tutorial SGB title. So, complete quarantine 2 weeks. Yep. Haven't been stuck for 4 weeks, but 3. Young kids, pregnant wife. You have to find ways. Right, so this is the model. Actually I'm gonna add a nice little god ray, I think. Disable sound. That's the thing, babe. The smaller towns, they are, because you've got the big commercial things and they sort of roughly take it for granted. So when you got like the smaller stores here in the smaller towns, it's kind of like I would prefer that myself. Okay, so this is what it will look like. Et voilà. That is and will be the official Tutorials and Tutoria logo, and at least now, especially the people who are watching this afterwards, perhaps they can see. Thank you, Motzi, for coming in, and catch you later, and have fun with your son. Yeah, much appreciated you coming in for even a short amount of time. Yeah, TTFN, mate. I am able to get toilet paper here, but not a lot, and certainly not from like the best time, especially for the store. The best time to go is at 5 to 9, because that's when they open, and then you can actually the shelves. You know, you're first in the queue. You're guaranteed to get in within like the 15 or 20 people they're allowed, and then you just stock up on that. But I have a fairly good supply left. So now for the this is perhaps what I'm going to do, put them at the edge of the map, and like for the camera anyway, just we can make him walk forward like that, and then he can go through. That's an idea. That's something. Right, so make this the start point, and first things first. Just screen and darken it. rotation would be up. Camera settings, first person. I wonder how that is gonna. I don't like the way it flashes like that, so. Okay, instead of doing it that way, how about, no. Instead of doing it that way, I'm going to rotate this around, put the start player there, and then this one can damn it, stop selecting. Is that indirect? Okay, be right back. Okay, so instead of all of this fancy stuff, because it doesn't work, it's going to be okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 steps. So make player walk down 17 steps. Wait probably for a minute and a half, I mean a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds, and then oh god, it started. Do it again. Right, rectangle select. Probably 10 more paces. Increases speed. Okay, Flormore, no problem. You know, take your time and we'll see how this goes. Okay, walk down 17 walk down 17 spaces. Wait 2 seconds. Change speed to faster. Walk 10. Wait another 4.4 seconds. And then teleport the player to the upper market. This is the dude's home. Just outside. And then do the same for Brighton. This should work. This should work. Or at least hope it will. Yeah, there you go. That is it. Needs a bit more light though somehow. So I wonder. If I can do it this way. Advanced event. No, one time only. Okay, universal switch will be on. Copy that. That's it. Walks 10 spaces down. Insert the switch here. I'll have a look. If this doesn't work, I'll have a look at it because I'm just rushing through. But this is this is one of the frustrating things about SGB. Is that the triggers take priority. This one is the first, this one is the second, and this one is the sort of like the third. Each one sort of okay, so yeah. Welcome back, Florlore. Having problems with the auto switches again. It's frustrating as hell because SGB tends to ignore a lot of this stuff. Change graphic to nothing. I'll figure this out a bit later if it doesn't work, because I can't be asked for this stuff. Probably overlooking something anyway. Yeah. So anyway, this is it. Going back to the desert north, or it should be the southern desert, I guess. South. I have absolutely no idea what to do with this. There, we'll have it like that. Okay, so yeah, this one leads to the south. The boringest part is making the maps. If there was a simpler way to just make the maps, I'd do that. She's lurking. Yeah, it's gonna get that way now, and the problem is that there is a shortage of mass. So unless they are going to start giving them out, not everybody is gonna get one. This is third one along. Like that. Upper market. We'll go there. Two, three. This whole thing is a bloody mess. The UK is like 2 weeks behind the rest of the world in more ways than one. Right. So how about okay, just for now. There's a suspension bridge. nobody is really coping with it. You know, the cabin fever and just not being able to go out and about. You know, speaking to my family, it's pretty much the same. There's a lot of, it's like a major change in the routine, and nobody knows how to cope with it, because the problem is it's very, in a sense, it's a very unique situation, because we have not experienced anything like this at all. And you know, when something like this happens, we're completely unprepared, completely. So, question is how to get up there. So, could have the slopes going there and then have like a ladder leading up somewhere. Yeah, Nostradamus, they say that he predicted all of this, but in my opinion of him is it's kind of like quite subjective, because he was writing it, maybe in many ways he was writing, is the Book of Prophecies, there's a Book of Codes, and then there's another one as well that he did, but it's all subjective, because he was writing about the times he was living in, you know, the French Revolution, and he couldn't directly kind of like speak out against it. But if there's one person who did predict it, that would be Tina. She mentioned years ago that there would be some kind of plague, and the Third World War, as an example, wouldn't be necessarily be fought with fire, nukes and stuff like that. She actually said it would be fighting with nature and the plague. And she did, she did predict it. now put one there, one there. There's a ladder somewhere, I'm sure. Where is it? Where is it? I am sure. I'm sure there's a... Where's the ladder? Huh. There. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. I got it. So now... when player makes contact with a player, when the player makes contact with the event, we want him to climb up in the ladder. I'm not entirely sure how to do this, but okay, change the graphic to climb up. Direction, pass over elevation. One. Two, that would be one, maybe one. I'm going to end the stream after doing this ladder thing. My eyes are starting to burn. Yeah, when I said it comes back in 10 years, that's a new strain. Okay, yeah. That's messed up. I can't remember how I did this. The main problem is that it needs to be for the left, to the left. When it comes back, I can't remember. There was another one, another prophet called. Was Edgar Case, and some people actually say that he had predicted that the second time it comes around, it will be likened to the Black Death, in the sense that it would be a proper plague, mutated and all of that crap. No. Okay, copy. Most likely though, they're going to be like a lot more prepared. Okay. If the switch universal is on, then change the graphic to this. Okay. Yeah, the Revelations is about the seven seals. There was apparently also a missing chapter from Revelations that at the very end stated that out of the ashes even though like 60 or so percent of the population would be, there was being the meek shall inherit the earth. And of the third that was left, hopefully, it's like the universal forces are giving mankind another chance, like a reset button. Because let's face it, they've fucked it up real well. So, at least maybe that can be considered as a positive. Maybe all of this is happening because it has to. As hard as it might be, there has to be some kind of reset button. Dinosaurs got a bit too big, asteroid hit, reset it all. The mammals took the earth. Now there's the humans kind, and we're sort of getting a bit too big for our boots. So the reset button, once again, it happens in cycles and all of that. The meek, but I call it the weak because it's the humble people, not greedy, and still have ethics and would bring peace. Absolutely, You know me, love. That's exactly what I have said. The meek is not. It's always about need, not greed. As a prime example, these people who kind of sweep like locusts through the stores buying, or at least like in the beginning, until the restrictions were in place, they were swarming in the stores like locusts and just basically, getting everything that they can, panic buying and all that, when it wasn't even necessary. If they had bought what they needed for at least a week or two, and then they went in and bought something, then everybody would benefit. Instead, the greed was that they swept them all out and decimated the shelves, and the people who really needed it went without. When I was in school all those years ago, my religious education teacher and I didn't get along, not at all. She was a nice enough person, but some of the stuff that I had come up with, I wrote this essay one time about how it was based on revelations and how I perceived it. At that time, it was vastly different from what I know now, experience and all of that. But anyway, I actually said that I mentioned about the reset button anyway, and well, put it this way, I got sent to the headmaster for heresy or some such, because it was kind of like there was no mention of God. It was just not at all. So she got a bit upset and sent me to the headmaster, and the headmaster sort of, okay, hold on, let's just, anyway, the headmaster just heard the story. Well, why are you here? And then he sent me back to class, and then that was the end of it. And shortly after that, because we had some vastly different views, I was never really religious, we had a major spat, the religious theory teacher and I, and from that point on, during the detention, she and I had a little talk, and she listened, and it was from that point on that we kind of like had more of a mutual respect for one another. Like, we knew where each one was coming from. So it was rather cool. If you go to a garden and see a group of flowers, do you pick them all or just one or two so everyone can enjoy the same view? Greed never gets anyone anywhere. Absolutely. And that works. Yeah, absolutely. And they're the first ones to comply. Like, say for instance, if I don't know, say for instance, if they couldn't get it under control, and the virus basically just continued spiraling, so it was mandatory that proper martial law with the military, the big guns and all of that was imposed. Those same people are the same ones that sort of like will say, oh, the government knows best, and they will be corralled into, I don't know, maybe like camps or something. Headmaster was the RE teacher. Oh, how nice. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream here because we've got the ladder. Basically, it's going up, and then I'm going to focus on something else. Just develop this map quite nicely. We've been going for almost 2 hours now, and I said about 10 minutes ago my eyes are burning, and that's exactly true. So thanks for coming in. And it was a little bit boring because we're not getting into the nitty gritty, but at least the chat was active. It was actually quite alive. I also don't like the way that this is sort of just hanging there, so might have to go back into it and just sort of change this slightly, or try to figure something else. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you in Discord, Flormore. And thank you, babe, for popping in. So, that's it for now. Until the next time.